Welcome to Lancaster Safety's year-end safety wrap-up, where we'll review three main topics: the key safety initiatives from the previous year, a map out of our OSHA predictions for the upcoming year, and lastly, what Lancaster Safety is focusing on that will help your company's safety program. This video contains tons of valuable information, so stick with us until the end. First of all, can we just say, how is this year almost over? As we entered into 2022, there were different things we expected: changes from the Biden administration, COVID-19 updates, and the National Emphasis Program on heat hazards. What all has occurred throughout this year? At the beginning of 2022, there was a brief emergency temporary standard that went into effect regarding COVID-19 and the vaccination. This was later blocked by the Supreme Court. No standard became permanent. The National Emphasis Program, or NEP, was put into place to protect employees from heat-related hazards resulting in injuries and illness in outdoor and indoor workplaces. On May 10, 2022, Oregon officially announced its adoption of a new rule to protect employees from high heat hazards and wildfires. There was an alarming rise in trench-related incidents in 2022. OSHA set out to complete more than 1,000 trench inspections nationwide. Keep yourself and your coworkers safe and follow safe work practices at all times, and make sure to keep up with your annual OSHA training. This year, OSHA expanded the criteria for placement in OSHA's Severe Violator Enforcement Program. This list showcases companies that have demonstrated indifference to their OSHA Act obligations by committing willful, repeated, or failure to abate violations. Enforcement actions for severe violator cases include mandatory follow-up inspections. In addition, this instruction provides for nationwide referral procedures, which include OSHA's state plans. While there are still no official changes yet, in 2022, OSHA proposed a rule to make changes to record keeping. This rule would put the following into place. Establishments with 100+ employees in certain high-hazard industries would submit OSHA Forms 300, 301, and 300A. The classification system determining high-hazard industries or designated industries would be updated. Establishments with 250+ employees not in a designated industry would not need to submit 300A information. Company name information would need to be included in electronic submittals. Keep an eye on LSCI's newsletters to stay up to date with any changes. Sign up for our annual record-keeping webinar in January for some more information. Each year, OSHA releases a list of the top 10 most frequently violated standards. This year, this list was announced at the National Safety Council Expo in September. Fall protection remains the top citation for a staggering 12th year in a row. While most falls occur in construction, it is imperative to train all employees on fall hazards. Check out the rest of this list and take note of the industry-specific standards we present during your annual OSHA introductory training module: hazard communication, respiratory protection, ladders, scaffolding, lockout tagout, powered industrial trucks, fall protection, personal protective and life-saving equipment, and machine guarding. Next, let's look at predicting the future changes with OSHA. It is OSHA's current intention to issue a notice of proposed rulemaking on infectious diseases in or around May 2023. More specifically, the regulatory agenda states that OSHA is examining regulatory alternatives for control measures to protect employees from infectious diseases exposures to pathogens that can cause significant disease. This new consideration for change from OSHA is not limited to only COVID-19. They are also evaluating many types of diseases, such as, but not limited to, tuberculosis, measles, and influenza. We know everyone is tired of hearing the word COVID, but the health and safety issues surrounding infectious diseases are not going away. There are additional potential changes currently in the proposed rule stage, which include communication tower safety, emergency response, tree care, welding and construction confined spaces, personal protective equipment in construction, workplace violence, heat illness prevention, and blood lead levels for medical removal. If any of these apply to your industry and scope of work, it is strongly advised to be on the lookout and stay tuned to our updates for further information. Make sure to catch our newsletters to keep posted on any changes. The current Biden administration also plans to bolster OSHA staffing in 2023, based on a fiscal year 2023 budget request from the Department of Labor. Some of the funds being requested would be used to hire nearly 500 more full-time OSHA employees, including 179 new inspectors. This is to make up for the all-time low numbers of inspectors employed at the end of fiscal year 2021. The DOL is also seeking to hire a multitude of other positions as well. If this happens, we can expect to see more and more OSHA inspections. There has been much deliberation recently about OSHA implementing a national heat stress standard to prevent heat-related injury and illness. OSHA implemented a national emphasis program on heat stress-related cases during 2022, and many southern states also collaborated to implement their own regional emphasis program. OSHA issued an advance notice of proposed rulemaking for heat injury and illness prevention in October of 2021, but a national specific OSHA standard related to heat illness has yet to be established. Without that specific regulation implemented, OSHA generally relies on their general duty clause to issue any corresponding citations related to heat stress. OSHA also established a new heat injury and illness prevention work group, which held their inaugural meeting in February 2022. This work group, which is comprised of individuals from a range of backgrounds, has two primary tasks. First, they are tasked with evaluating and providing feedback for OSHA's current heat illness prevention written materials. Secondly, they are tasked with evaluating stakeholder input regarding how heat illness affects various types of demographics. This is determined by evaluating individual industries, occupations, different job tasks within those occupations and industries, as well as work being performed in different geographic regions around the country. Once these evaluations are complete, the group will update the National Advisory Committee on Occupational Safety and Health on its progress. The status of a new federal OSHA standard on heat illness prevention has yet to be seen, and it is unknown whether they will have any new standards pertaining to this subject ready for summer 2023. However, OSHA has mentioned that any announcement and implementation of new standards would have the best result occurring in early spring. OSHA has also encouraged employers to continue to refer to the National Emphasis Program's guidelines. To close up this video, we want to ask, how are you doing? How are we doing? What can we do to better help you? Our goals for you are to become OSHA compliant, reduce accidents, increase efficiency, reduce workers' comp costs, be known for having a positive safety culture, and boost employee morale. Let us know what your goals are so we can continually help to improve and build your safety program. What you can do to help achieve these goals is to read our monthly newsletter to help stay informed of any OSHA changes. Our webinars are also a great resource for employers and another means in which we present new information and changes. If you'd like to alleviate the hassle of scheduling training for all your employees at the same time, check out our new online OSHA Training Center. It's the most convenient way to conduct safety and health training, all while your management team receives real-time reporting. This is also a valuable tool for new hires. Remember, one of the biggest gaps we see in our client safety program is neglecting to train new hires before they start work. Feel free to reach out if you'd like more information. Thank you for staying tuned for this final announcement. This year, Lancaster Safety is going to give full-service clients a huge upgrade. Our client portal is being built out, so you'll soon have access to a private, customized safety management portal. Lots of time-saving features to look forward to. From all of us at Lancaster Safety, have a safe and wonderful holiday season.